So, what is the video called, by the way? I didn't even ask. It's just
Developer update role queue.
Roku. So it's gonna be talking about basically how over
How
like
how this how Overwatch is gonna run from now on.
well it's basically how like looking for group is. You know how you could put the crap. What's that shit called? The Roku, where you could pick
Yeah,
tank and all that
looking
crap.
for a group,
That it's
but it's a
basic.
strict version.
Yeah, so it's basically that, but it's only it's for the actual game modes, quick play and comp and all that crap. All right, let's go then. Let's watch this video.
Greetings everyone, this is Jeff from the Overwatch team. As you know, in Overwatch, we give you a very short period of time to choose your team. The Assembles Heroes mode is only 40 seconds long. And as many of you know, as veteran Overwatch players, team composition is everything to your success and failure of whether or not you're gonna win the match. And we feel like there's a lot of pressure on you in that 40 seconds to make some very tough decisions. For this reason, we are introducing a feature that's going to give you more control over your experience, and this feature is called Role Queue.
All right. So after a long time, they're finally adding role queue.
Yes,
It
that's
sounds good.
that's
Right?
basically what we just said in the beginning, which is like the looking for group thing, but you pick your role. So if you want to be a tank, you pick tank. So you're only playing tank, right?
Yeah. So from now on, both teams are now gonna be. It's now gonna be like an even fight.
Yeah, it's
You
gonna
know.
be
Yeah,
two.
different heroes, but still an even fight.
Yeah, so it's gonna be two
All right.
tanks, two healers, and two DPS damage, whatever how you want to call them.
Okay. Let's continue on.
The reason we are adding Role Queue is because we believe that it's going to improve match quality. It's going to give you more control over your play experience. You're going to have more options as to what you're going to play. And it's also going to relieve a lot of the social pressure that some of us feel and overall create a better social experience for us when picking our heroes and picking our roles. So let me go into the details of what role queue is going to be for Overwatch. From now on, in competitive and quick play, as well as in Overwatch esports, when you queue up for a match, you will be asked to pick a role between support, damage, or tank.
Okay. So honestly, I felt like this should have been only like a competitive thing.
That's what I was thinking.
Quick
Yeah.
play, I don't know about that because that's where you get to like experiment or try the heroes. I mean, I know we take quick play seriously sometimes because
Yeah,
we
'cause you
want
still
to.
want to win, you know. You don't want to
Yeah,
always
but
lose, you know, or just we do play quick play to fuck around sometimes, you know, just to mess around, but we don't always do that, you know. People do that.
yeah.
They either like throw or they'll like I don't know, they just throw. But like you said, it should have been only on competitive comp because
Yeah, I mean, I honestly, I don't think it was necessary for quick, but whatever.
When you get into the match, you will only be able to pick the role that you queued for. So if you pick tank, you will be limited to the tanks that you can play. Every team in Overwatch will be comprised of 2 tanks, 2 damage, and 2 support. You might get into a match with the intention of playing Reinhardt, but there's already multiple tanks on your team, so you end up playing Widowmaker instead. In that case, you might actually perform much better or worse as a tank than you would as a damage player, and the match balance is in flux constantly because of this. Well, under the new system, you will have an under-the-hood matchmaking rating for every single role, damage, tank, and support. What's even cooler about this is in competitive, we're now going to give you, instead of 1 skill rating for your entire playstyle, we're going to give you 3 skill ratings, each one based on tank, damage, and support.
Okay, so 3 skill ratings.
that's for comp, right? So he said you
For
have to
comp,
place,
yeah.
right? So there's gonna be 3 different placements.
Yeah.
There's gonna be for DPS, healer, and tank, right?
Yes, healers and tanks. All right, let's see what he says.
We found this internally to be a lot of fun. A lot of us are discovering things about ourselves that we didn't even know.
Okay, honestly, when he says fun, I mean, quick play is more for fun. Honestly, I have a big problem personally with people playing for fun and competitive.
Yeah, because it's
So
you're supposed to take it serious. You're supposed to go in with the mentality of playing serious.
yeah. So
And then
I'm a little worried about this.
I don't know
'cause
how-
don't want-
I don't know how I feel about the 3 different placements. I like the
Roles.
whole the rows, you know, because you're supposed to place for each of them, right? It's 5 each.
Yeah.
I don't know how I feel about that because like I don't like playing tank on comp at all. Like I feel like I suck. I can play the other 2 pretty fine. I just can't play tank. So like I know for sure that one's gonna be lower. But like I don't ever want to play tank on comp because you know I just can't play. I feel like I'm too aggressive or something. But now you kind of have to get place. But I feel like I'm gonna be lower for that. So that's what I'm saying. I don't know how I feel about this one, like how the 3 role placement crap is.
Let's see. Let's just hear him.
For example, for me, I am an entire skill rating tier higher on tank than I am on support. I used to think support was my second best role, and it actually is my worst role, and I'm decent at damage and really good at tank. So I learned something about myself as a player, which was really cool, and it was neat to see that my tank play is an entire skill rating higher than my damage or support. So that was really cool, and we think it'll be a lot of fun for you. Now you're probably wondering about some of the details with competitive play and how that might change the experience. Instead of playing 10 placement matches and then being placed into the competitive season, you will now have the option for each role of only having to place in 5 placement matches. So if you want to place in all 3, which we totally encourage you to do, you would do 5 placement matches per role, and then you'll be placed and you will get a skill rating that will actually display on your career profile. And each season you can now try to raise and lower 3 different skill ratings instead of just 1. We think this will be really cool.
See, that honestly to me that's kind of a problem. I have 3 skill ratings.
That's like how I said before. Well, it's just 3, right?
Yeah.
I know for
3,
a fact I'm gonna suck as tank. And
and
they're gonna be, each of them are gonna be into, like, I can't speak. They're gonna be different, each of them, right? So like you could be diamond at DPS, you can be gold at healer.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's just gonna be different. So I know mine's gonna be low. So I don't really like this new 3 of these things. I just prefer you do like the 10.
I mean the 1.
Yeah,
I mean the 1 is fine.
Yeah, you just play
But I mean
all of them like all together. You know, I don't like the separation of all 3 because then you have to. Because the thing is, how do you play with friends too, right? So like, what if like you're good as tank and you're gonna probably be like a diamond or higher or whatever. I'm gonna suck as tank, so I'm probably gonna be lower. So I don't think we're gonna be able to play placements for tank because you're gonna be higher than me.
Well, this how I think it might be. I'm pretty sure like if you want to play placements with friends, or well, not just placements, but maybe just the real comp itself. Like if you do want to play it, then you have to play the roles that you placed in together.
True. So I think I see what you're saying. So are you saying something like if you're trying to do your tank placements, I can still play my healer ones at the same time? Does that go together?
I'm hoping it does. I mean,
do you
so
see what
far
I'm trying to
there's
say,
no
though?
details. Yeah, I see.
Like we just play
I hope
one
it
match.
does, but-
Say we play 5 matches together, right? You play tank, only tank, and I play healer, only healer. And does that mean I only get the healer support placements finished, and not the DPS and tank? And you only get the tank ones and not DPS and support? Because I did only support and you did only tank. Is that how it works? Or you have to play individual games only? Like, is it gonna be its own separate category where it's you had to play comp as a tank, and then like
Yeah, well, I think the one that's the highest, that's probably like your best role. So
yeah,
I feel like I would want to stick to that one. I mean, I might just place for DPS and healer, though. I'm pretty sure I'll be low for DPS, and I'll probably be low for healer too.
cause like
I mean,
I'm thinking this too. So like say you're trying to play with 3 friends, right? It's 3 or 4
yeah,
comp, right? You're trying to do your placements, and I'm assuming all of you guys can't do the fucking tank placement together. So I'm just thinking maybe
no, we
the
can't.
comp game, like say we all like 4 of us play comp, we each play the same game, and it's just individual placements from there. Like say it's
Yeah,
me, you, and then Samantha, George. George is playing DPS, Samantha's playing healer, I'm playing healer, and you're playing tank. So then we play 5 games. Me and Samantha finish our support, George finishes his DPS, and then you finish your tank. I think that's how it works, because then you can't be playing
yeah,
tank.
you can't play the same role.
So
You can't do that.
so yeah, I'm thinking it's just gonna be all in one. You have to pick the shit.
Yeah, I mean,
To,
I kind of like this
to,
idea, but
so you, like
I
you're
I'm a bit
basically
confused
forced
because
to play each of them if you want to like place completely. I guess
well,
that's the
no,
word.
he said that you can place for each role. He says like we encourage you to place all 3 of them.
Oh, 'cause you
So
don't
it's
have
kind of
to.
an option, but you don't have to know.
Oh,
But
okay.
then again, I mean, what do people play comp for?
Gold guns.
Exactly. So, I feel like the players, they're gonna like try on their like main role, like their
Yeah.
highest. They're gonna try there. If they play the other roles, they're probably not gonna care. So that's kind of an issue for me.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, I
I want to
see.
play some with healer, but then everyone else is probably gonna be like either not trying. Some will be trying, but it's not their best. So
Yeah.
honestly, I see that's the big problem.
Yeah, I see too.
All right, let's continue on.
If you place in any role, like if you just picked one, you just want to play damage for competitive, we'll give you the player icon and the spray like we've done in previous seasons. One of the things that I think is really cool though is for placing in all 3 and having a skill rating in all 3 roles, you now get competitive points per role. So if you place in all 3 roles in a season, you'll actually get more competitive points than you would have previously under the old system. So we think that's really cool. We will publish a chart that shows how the new competitive points sort of translate and all of that.
Okay, so I guess that means for the tiers, like the rewards and everything,
Mm-hmm.
I guess that means that they're gonna be lowered a bit.
Yeah, because you're gonna be getting more SR, right? You get SR
More comp points.
per the class, tank, healer, and all that. Either they're gonna keep it the same, which means there's gonna be a lot of gold weapons now, or they're probably gonna change
They
it to
might,
lower it. Because if they
they
keep
might
it the
raise
same,
up the
then
price.
yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Because a
And then-
gold weapon right now is 3,000, right, of the SR or the competitive.
Yeah. All right, let's continue.
Now, there's some other differences to competitive that will happen, and this is in regards to, the new system and making sure that we test it properly. We're going to start a beta competitive season that will start on August 13th and only run for 2 weeks. So you're initially going to get a beta competitive season that features role queue. That's going to last 2 weeks starting in mid-August. Then on September 1st, role queue turns on for everyone. This means quick play, this means competitive, even some of the arcade modes. Now, we know some of you really love the way that quick play and competitive work right now, and you don't want to have a role limit. So for those of you folks who aren't interested in the role limit, or maybe you do like the role limit, but you just occasionally want to play the other way, we're going to make sure that in the arcade, there is a card called Quick Play Classic that will allow you to play Overwatch exactly as you do today.
Okay, so now he says that it's in for some arcades.
Yeah,
The roll queue.
I don't know what
How
arcades,
is that? How is that gonna work?
Maybe it's
Like,
elimination, or I would say death match, but I think there's only 4v4, right? That's like the highest.
unless they do it for 6v6, but the thing but how, honestly, like, how can you do it? Like,
I don't know. I
like
feel
mystery heroes, how are you gonna do that?
I don't think it's for Mister. I think it's just gonna be for like elimination.
He said that they're gonna add the way all quick play runs right now. They're
Hmm.
gonna put it in the arcade, call it quick play classic.
Yeah.
Where I guess if you don't like the roll queue, or you want to like switch from time to time,
Yeah. I
they,
don't
they
like
really wouldn't.
I don't like the idea of Roku on quick play, just because, you know, if you played Overwatch long enough, you know people don't like playing healer. I don't know why.
Yeah,
People do like it, but just not as enough. We'll say that. It's not enough people that like it.
yeah,
Everyone likes playing DPS for some reason. I don't know. Tank, it's in between, but it's gonna take a while because like he said, you're supposed to pick what you want to play before you go into the game, right? So, say I want to play Genji or something. It's gonna take a while to find a match because everyone wants to play a DPS, and then it's
yeah,
gonna suck because no one wants to play healer. Like I'll play healer. I play anyone. I don't really care, but a lot of
yeah,
people don't. So it's gonna be a pain to find a match because now, like if you play
yeah,
quick play right
definitely.
now, people don't want to play healer. So like whenever you join a game and everyone's already DPS, or like there's some tanks and there's some like a, because I find it annoying when everyone plays DPS. So there's a lot of DPS. There's no healer, and then when they're supposed to pick healer because there's like 4 DPS, one tank, and then the last guy needs to go healer. He's gonna leave because he doesn't want to play healer. He wants to play DPS. So
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just gonna take
Well,
longer for DPS players to find a match because everyone wants to play DPS.
I mean about the DPS. I mean yes, I kind of get that. Soon they want to play something else. Like me, like I don't always play tank. I play Doomfist, Junkrat.
Yeah,
I don't play them as much. Like I don't grind them.
they're just
But
like your
on
plan B. Will say that your second in command.
yeah. Or let's say we're playing with two friends that want to play tanks. Then okay,
Yeah.
they want to play tanks. Okay, I'll let them. But honestly, I kind of this may be kind of a good thing because on quick play there's a lot of people. There's some people that want to try,
Yeah,
like the
people
ones that get triggered, for example. Like we'll
people do
say,
try.
I don't mean offense to anyone, but we'll say like a healer. They're healing, but yet their teammates, like DPS, for example, they don't do their parts.
Or
So
they'll
I feel
throw
like
or something, or they'll try and make friends
I
with the
feel
enemy.
like because I read the forums, the ones that are going up against, they're saying, please do not add this because video games are meant to have fun. Okay, yes, that may be the case, but there's people that want to take it seriously
Yeah,
because it's kind of on their career profile. It's like a record of how many wins you have, how many
yeah.
losses you possibly have,
Because quick play is like in between. You're either serious
or you're not.
and there's like some people in between.
Putting this in arcade, honestly, I feel like right there, you're not gonna get a healer for sure.
Oh yeah,
At least when that goes live. No, you're definitely not gonna get a healer. So I can't. So I have mixed feelings about this, but we'll see what happens when it goes live.
if you play quick play right now, like how I said, people don't want to play healer. But then you have like occasionally you have a guy that comes in because someone else left. They'll go healer because why not? I don't know. It's just I feel like it's not necessary for quick play. Comp definitely because you
Yeah.
have to take it serious. You gotta have 2-2, 2-2-2 meta, whatever the hell it's called, the rolls and crap. That's good because you're taking it serious.
Yeah. I don't know. We'll see what happens. All right, let's continue.
With the added benefit that you'll also be getting the arcade loot boxes. So I want to spend a little bit more time talking about the why of this feature. The players have evolved, the games have evolved, how we think about team composition has evolved. I think a lot of us realize how important the different roles are, how important team composition is, and we approach the game differently. Now, we've all been in these various scenarios, and I'm going to spell some of them out for you. Think about the time that you just wanted to play Hanzo. You were really in the mood to play Hanzo, and so you log into Overwatch, and you click on Hanzo as soon as he's available in the role lineup, and then you're watching the heroes on your team get selected around you, and you suddenly realize that you have no tanks in support, and there you are on Hanzo. And you're faced with this dilemma, like, what do I do? At this point, we have no tanks, we have no support. If I switch off of Hanzo, I'm not getting to do what I wanted to do, yet I feel like we're going to lose because there's nobody to heal and there's nobody to tank. There's also a lot of us who always pick last. I'm a player that does this. I always tell my team, I'll flex, you guys all pick, and I'll go ahead and fill for whatever's left.
Alright, so right now he just gave an example of people that we were like talking about who want to like play a certain hero. So honestly, with me, like I want to play tank, right? But sometimes for some reason, but sometimes other teammates like to go 2 tanks. So there we have 3. So then I have to switch off. I mean I don't have a big problem with it, but now that with them ending this, like I know that I'll be able to play tank for sure. Like when I search for that role. All right, let's continue.
So a lot of times, what'll end up happening is, for example, I'll end up playing support on my team. Now, as I mentioned earlier, I happen to know that my matchmaking rating as a support player is far lower than my matchmaking rating as a tank player. I might actually be putting my team in a very detrimental situation. Sure, I'll play Zenyatta, I'll play Mercy, but I'm not as good of a Mercy player as I am as a Diva or a Reinhardt player.
Okay, so what you said right there, it makes sense because I played comp games before. Some comp games I would get 3 DPS, and then the other guy would go tank, and I'm playing tank. And then something that really bothers me is that just because you tell someone to go healer, that doesn't mean that they're the best at healing. Like
there's
I
probably
mean,
a reason why they go like tank or something, you know, because they're not comfortable with heal. They're probably bad.
So now with this role queue,
That's why it's
we
good.
should not be hearing that anymore. All right, let's continue.
So that's another example. And then possibly the one that I think bothers a lot of us is we get into a match, we think we're picking a hero that's really going to help our team. We pick that hero, and then another teammate disagrees with us. And maybe they're very vocal and they're putting pressure on me to play something different. And either for reasons that I feel like I'm not skilled at that hero, or I just don't want to play that hero, now I'm getting this pressure from somebody else to switch onto something that I'm not comfortable doing. And we've added this social tension. And as I mentioned at the beginning of the developer update, we're only giving you 40 seconds to resolve these type of issues. All of these scenarios that I sort of spelled out for you are the reason that we're moving the game in this direction. I want to dispel any misconception that the reason that we are implementing this feature is to change the meta. We are not at all. In fact, we're in the middle of a big meta shift anyway that's happening very naturally through hero balance. We don't believe that a rule like this is intended to target any one specific meta. There will always be a meta, there will always be some level of dissatisfaction with a meta, and we would never make a rule change like this targeted at a specific meta.
Okay, right there. I kind of thought that they did this because of that so-called goats.
Yeah.
Now you see, that's honestly like I don't have a problem with this because honestly, personally, I hate that match.
What was that one again? It was
It was 3 tanks and 3 healers.
yeah.
So I had a huge. I honestly hate that match. Like I remember, like don't you remember that time we played comp and some like the whole team wanted to do that, but we
And they
decided
got
not
triggered.
to, and then they got mad at us. But yeah, we still won the game either way.
Yeah.
I'm glad we won't see that meta anymore.
Yeah, same. What else did he say? He said something about
That he said that there will always be a meta. Yeah, that's true. There's always going to be a meta. You won't stop them, but not everyone will like comply to it. All right, let's continue.
This is a big change. I know it's dramatic. I know players in general are adverse to change. Please work with us on this. We're doing this to make the game better. We believe that it will make the overall experience for all of you better, and that's why we're making the change. If things aren't great at first, we have lots of knobs to turn to make things better. We are monitoring this extremely closely, and we're going to do a lot of things to make sure that this is the absolute healthiest choice for the game at all points. And know that the entire team is committed to making changes if we do anything that's not for the best of the game. One of the things that I'm personally concerned about is queue times. I think that it's possible if one role is more popular than the other roles, people are going to have to wait longer to play that role. I anticipate this for the damage role in particular. I think there might be longer queue times for damage. We are doing some things to help alleviate this. There is a reward system in place for playing the roles that are more impacted. You will get a bonus for playing those roles, and you'll learn more about that.
Alright, so right now he said that he wants us to work with him.
Yeah, I mean, I'm down.
And he says that that it will help the game. Well, it'll help comp. I don't know about quick play. So when you said about queue time, yeah, DPS definitely. It's gonna take you a long time, definitely.
Yeah.
Now,
like I said
honestly,
earlier, yeah, it's gonna because no one likes playing healer. Well, not no one, but a majority of people do not like playing healer. I don't know, like they just like playing damage. They like going for kills, you know.
All right, let's continue.
So know that this is something that we're keeping an eye on, but it's a direct trade-off to moving towards this type of system. We believe that this is the best thing for the long-term health of the game. We're going to continue to iterate on the feature as it goes live, and we're going to make sure that overall the play experience is improved. And the reason for doing a big dramatic change like this is to make sure that all of you continue to have more fun playing Overwatch, and maybe some people who used to play Overwatch will be happy to come back because now this is in place. As always, we're reading and listening to all of your feedback, and we can't wait to bring this feature to you. We think it will really improve the experience of Overwatch. Thank you.
Okay, so what he said is that he's hoping that they've been working on it for a year, that this role queue. That's kind of understandable. Well, it's probably a year because of the 3 SRs. So, I mean, the fact that some people left, and he said that some people wanted this for a long time. Well, those are the people that take the game seriously.
So, what do you think is good from this, and what do you think is bad? Like,
the good thing is that I'm sure it will fix comp, definitely. But quick play, I have mixed feelings about this because quick play, it's in the name, quick. You know, you don't want to wait. You don't want to wait so long
I didn't
just
really
to play
think
a
of
quick
that.
play.
It's literally called quick play.
But other than that, competitive, I'm kind of looking forward to this. Though I don't know what that really means. Beta, and it's only going to be for 2 weeks.
It's good.
I don't know what that
They're
really
just
means.
testing to see how it works, see how people like it or not. Like,
So
the only thing I have well, I guess I'll tell you the good and bad things off of this. So like the bad thing,
Yeah.
well, it's not really bad. It's just my opinion is I don't really like the whole placement for each role thing, like the tank
Yeah,
and
that's
all that.
kind of.
I don't really like that. I just wish it would just stay how it is now, where it's just the 10 matches and then that's how you place. Because then you have to place each one, and then it's gonna be different. It's just gonna be weird. I don't know. The good thing that comes out of this is, like you said, the comp. It's gonna make it more serious. I mean, people already took it serious before, but now it's like more strict, more serious. The only thing they gotta change for comp is when a teammate loses connection, or he just rage quits, because I've seen that happen. You gotta make it where you don't lose like a lot of SR, because obviously it's not your fault that you lost. The guy left. You like, say there's a healer, like he was playing like Mercy or something, and the Mercy leaves. It's not your fault that you lost. The Mercy left. So yeah, that's,
definitely. So,
That's what's that?
So, yeah.
What's that thing called? The
Roll Q.
roll queue. There we go. I can remember the name.
Alright, so yeah, those are our thoughts.
I just wish it wasn't on quick play. That's the only goddamn thing.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.